Perfect, we just created a new campaign. Now we have to customize the ad set that we have set up. So let's click on View Ad Set. Here we are, Ad Set 1. The first thing we want to do is to choose a conversion event. Well, if you optimize for conversion, then you have to have a conversion tracking pixel in place. And well, we want to measure results. We want to measure what kind of ad delivers the best results, so we can just scale that ad later down the road and get rid of everything that isn't working super well. So let's choose a conversion event. I'll go for complete registration since I'm in the process of building up an email list. So in this case, I just have a conversion tracking pixel placed on my thank you page. Budget, well, two options, daily and lifetime. Usually I go for daily, and I get started with something like 10 to 20 euros per campaign, right? Start small and then you can scale later down the road. So let's go for something like 20. Scheduling, really important. Schedule a start date. By default, your ad set will go live immediately in the moment Facebook approved that ad set or the ads within that ad set. But hey, you can also schedule it for later. Let's see, like the 28th of January 2016. Then you don't have to schedule an end date, run as ongoing, or you can, well, schedule an end date. Let's go for something like February 1st, 11 p.m. That's great. If you're in the process of split testing, then selecting an end date makes sense. Go for something like 24 to 72 hours and try to get some data, some traction. But please don't forget about campaigns, because if you keep it to the default option, don't schedule an end date, run as ongoing, then you will keep on spending 20 euros per day every single day, right? So if you're the type of person who tends to forget about ads just the way I do, then you really want to select an end date just to make sure that you don't waste a single penny on ads on campaigns that do not perform super well. If you select the lifetime budget, then there's another pretty interesting option, and it's the ad scheduling. So if you click on more options, then you can run ads all the time, meaning 24/7, or you can run ads on schedule. This is pretty advanced. I really don't use it so often, especially not if you're just starting out building campaigns. But what you can do is, well, selecting specific hours on Monday, for example here. In this case, that ad set would be only active on Monday between 3 and 4 a.m. Or let's say I want to keep it running between 3 and 6 a.m. and then from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the evening on Monday. What you could also do is by clicking on this selection here and say, I want to run my ads within that ad set Monday through Sunday from 3 to 6 a.m. And for example, from 9 to 12 p.m. So again, if you go for lifetime budget, which I do very, very rarely, then you have this additional scheduling option here. Audience, let's hit edit audience. Let's select the targeting. Well, you probably know that from the Facebook Ads Manager, right? You can select custom audiences. The layout is actually pretty much the same. So you can select a retargeting list or a lookalike audience, or well, here a customer list. Then here you can enter the location. You can go for country or for very specific cities, let's say Berlin. Then you can define the age. Let's say I want to go for the audience that's between 24 and 45. You can enter languages, and then there's something called detailed targeting, which includes, well, all the basic targeting options: demographics, interests, behaviors, more categories. If you work with the Ads Manager already, then you should know all of them, right? But well, in the Power Editor, these are not separate categories, right? In the Facebook Ads Manager, if you would just compare the layout, there's a separate interest section, a separate demographic section, and well, behaviors and more categories is actually kind of mixed together. So let's go for something like social media marketing. Here we go. Perfect. Now that's the interest I'm going for, and then you can even exclude certain people or narrow your audience. So you could exclude certain demographics, interests, or behaviors. Something I don't do at the very beginning, but you can do that later down the road with the Power Editor. Pretty cool. Connections, you can add a connection type. Again, you know that one from the Facebook Ads Manager. You can reach out to people who like your page, friends of people who like your page, if you want to add some social proof to your ads, and exclude people who like your page. Same applies to apps and events. If you're done with the setup of the audience, if you're done editing, then hit the save button.